Hello and welcome to another edition of Philosophical Yarns. Today we will be starting off with talking about crocheting since we didn't get to that in our last video. Now you can get all the things you need to crochet for, I'm going to say, like $10. And what you need is A, crochet hook, B, scissors, C, yarn, and if you really want to get fancy with it, yarn needles. Now I'm gonna start off by showing you guys how to do the first thing in crocheting, which is a slip knot. So what you do is you take your yarn, make sure it's, well, this is straight enough. Make sure it's straight. And with the end of your yarn, make a circle like so. And when you make your circle, you should have a thing going across it like this. And when you have it going across it, what you can do is you can pull through. Oh, I need to do this again. You can pull through. And make a slip knot. Now, once you have your slip knot, you want to take your crochet hook, put in the hole, cinch it tight, and yarn over, which is putting your yarn like this. So once you've done that, you take your hook and pull the yarn through the hole. 1, 2, 3, 4, and if you keep going, your chain should look something like this, maybe a little looser. Now, I'm going to show you a stitch. The stitch I'm using right now is treble crochet. It's a good stitch because it adds a lot of height. So, what you would do to treble crochet, you stick your yarn in the hook, yarn over 1, 2 times, insert it into the hole, yarn over again, pull through 1, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2, and one more time you yarn over and you pull through 2. Now I'm going to show you this stitch again. So what you do is yarn over twice, 1, 2, stick it in the hole, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, and pull through 2. Now I'm going to show you one last time. So what you do is yarn over twice, 1, 2, stick it in the hole, yarn over again, pull through 1, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through 2, and one last time yarn over again and pull through 2. Now this is a project I've already got going on, but when you start off on your treble crochet, once you have a chain of any length, you want to stick it in the 5th hole from the loop. Now how you count your holes is this one right here doesn't count. It's your loop. So 1, 2, 3. This is a chain of 3, but to treble crochet, you want to make it a little longer. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chains. So what you want to do is insert it in the 5th chain after you yarn over twice. So yarn over twice, 1, 2, insert it in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th chain, and you want to yarn over again, pull through 1, yarn over again, pull through 2, yarn over again, pull through another 2, then yarn over again, pull through, then yarn over again and pull through the final 2. And it should look something like this, but I advise you to chain longer. I just did a little short chain because I wanted to show you how to do this. Now I'll begin where we left off with the Bhagavad Gita. When we last left off, the 2 armies of the Pandavas and the sons of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, were arrayed for battle. Now, the story starts in Sanjaya, who is gifted with the power to see all things, past, present, and future, is recounting what he sees on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And this translates into the field of sacred duty to Dhritarashtra, the blind king. Now, in our last video, we talked about how they were at war, and I believe it is a fight between the higher and lower mind. The higher mind being represented by the Pandavas, and the lower mind being represented by Dhritarashtra and his sons. Now, the higher mind is our better urges like compassion, altruism, duty, while the lower mind is our base urges such as greed and lust. And the Bhagavad Gita basically is an allegory of this war between the higher and the lower minds. So when he's talking to Dhritarashtra, he starts by going about on the list of heroes on each side, and they blow their conches. Now let's look at this idea of the conch. On ancientindia.blogspot.com, it says that conches were symbols of luminance and purity. Although all who blew those conches weren't pure, the conches, I believe, herald the coming of the teaching of Sri Krishna, Arjuna's charioteer and teacher. Let us look at the idea of Krishna being the charioteer a little closer. Krishna drives Arjuna where he wants to go on the battlefield, which I believe is an allegory about Krishna's teachings, guiding us through the conflict life could be. So Krishna drives Arjuna to the middle of the battlefield, and he sees his relatives and teachers and everybody on the other side, and he recoils at the idea of having to kill them, saying, "Honor forbids us to kill our cousins. How can we know happiness if we kill our own kinsmen?" He goes on talking about the sin of forsaking family duty. Duty, or dharma, as the Indians call it, is the actions we perform for the sake of order, such as we go to work to feed our children because it's the right thing to do. And not to do so would be wrong. Arjuna goes on to say that when the timeless laws of family duty are forsaken, chaos overwhelms the family. Realizing this, he says, Realizing this, he says, if they kill me and I offer no resistance, it shall be my reward. And like this idea of chaos is an idea of ignorance or darkness. And like once you lose the Dharma, you go into this spiritual darkness. The text goes on to say that tormented by grief, he laid down his bow and arrows. And that's the end of this part of the Bhagavad Gita. That's all, folks. Have a nice day.